These blues in my pocket, I look like a crip. Shit was crazy, growing up like 80, came up off a zip, gon' go out blazing. Nigga try to play me, I'm coming off the hip.
Man, let's go ahead and get this thing started the right way. If you got a loved one doing time in prison, send them a copy of the #1 magazine publication in the nation, and that is Street Elements Magazine, man. We've been doing it for 16 years. Also, man, hit that like button, hit that follow button, hit the subscribe button if you ain't a subscriber already, and let's keep pushing this platform forward. Man, today, man, the streets ugly out there, boy. Them alphabet boys ain't playing. You know, you got the Yellow Beezy situation out west. You got the Big U situation, man. The Big U RICO. You know, the feds throwing down with a RICO. See, one thing for sure, I understand about that racketeering charge. You know what I'm saying? I had one with a drug conspiracy. But in this particular situation, they're going to use it in a gang activity. And from where it looked, man, it looked like people already done been pressed enough to give up enough information for them to even say, you know, let's go pick everybody up, man. It appears to me that maybe Big U was already working with them people from what some of his homies saying. We don't know. But let's go ahead and dive into this information, man.
The test come back. When did the DNA come back?
It came back 2 months ago.
And they still ain't arrested the nigga?
Well, they told me between me and you, please, between me and you, don't tell nobody because they don't want nobody to know. They're going to be making an arrest the ending of March, the beginning of April.
Gotcha. I'm gonna sit back and watch the show. You know, I don't give
and they basically gonna put his case and Nipsey Hustle case together. Yeah. The same person that the DNA that the lawyer for Nipsey Hustle is gonna be doing my brother case too.
You mean the DA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
District attorney. Oh, okay. When did the test come back? When did the DNA come back?
It came back 2 months ago.
And they still ain't arrested the nigga?
Well, they told me between me and you, please, between me and you, don't tell nobody because they don't want nobody to know. They're going to be making an arrest the ending of March, the beginning of April.
Gotcha. I'm gonna sit back and watch the show. You know.
Damn, dog. So it seemed like Wack 100 seemed like he had to drop on Big U the whole time. Man, boy, they play a dirty game out there, boy. For real, man. You know, that's why I try to advise you guys all the time, man, to get up out the streets, man. You know, it ain't really no win out there, man. You know, what they portray online ain't really what it is, man. At the end of the day, man, I guarantee you Big U wish he could be at the house right now, man, just chilling with his people, you know. Man, but let's jump back into this right here, man.
Proven otherwise. Let me talk a little bit about Mr. Henley and the street gang here. As I said, Mr. Henley is a widely known leader within the rolling 60s. He rose to prominence in that gang decades ago, and he has since been a fixture on the internet, talk shows, and podcasts, all things that law enforcement have looked at closely as part of this investigation. He has maintained the image of an entertainment industry entrepreneur running a music label and of somebody who gives back to the community here in Los Angeles, funding a South LA-based charity, developing options, which purports to help at youth risk escape gang life and escape the perils of gangs in high crime areas. The facts alleged in the complaint paint a very different picture. It is one of a murderer, a thief, a liar, and a cheat, and the criminals that enabled him. For example, Mr. Henley engaged in a murder of a musician signed to his label in 2021 and dumped the victim's body in Las Vegas off of the I-15 freeway. He then attempted to evade and obstruct the investigation into the murder, including ordering witnesses not to speak with law enforcement. Henley's criminal enterprise also engaged in other crimes, including transporting prostitutes across state lines, extorting strip clubs, marijuana dispensaries, and other businesses, and fraudulently applying for COVID loans in the form of a business relief loan. On that application, Mr. Henley falsely stated that his music label, Unique Music, operated at a $200,000 profit in 2019 and was entitled to government assistance, despite the reality that the company had operated at a loss and was ineligible for such relief. Finally, Mr. Henley is accused of embezzling donations made by celebrities, professional athletes, and businesses to his charity, Developing Options, which, as I said, purports to give South LA at-risk youth alternatives to gang violence, drugs, and other criminal activity. Henley used this charity as a front. He used it to conceal his fraudulent activities, his criminal enterprises activities, and evade detection from law enforcement. If convicted on the racketeering conspiracy, he and his co-conspirators face approximately a 20-year federal prison sentence. I want to thank our federal law enforcement partners, our state law enforcement partners who brought about the result here today. The Los Angeles Metropolitan Gang Task Force from the FBI. It's comprised of FBI agents, LAPD officers, IRS criminal investigation, the U.S. Department of Justice Inspector General's Office, Los Angeles Police Department, the North Las Vegas Police Department. This case is a great example of state and federal law enforcement working together to address harm from a criminal enterprise. I also want to thank our
Big Useless. He will literally, right, do something, right? He gets caught up or whatever, supposedly. Put the feds on everybody. He know it's guns and everything like that. And when he know it's guns or whatever, he give a tip, oh, we gonna do this thing. Come and hit the bus, right? They come and hit the bus, get homies, or take them to jail, all this stuff like this, right? He do scumbag stuff. He sick the police on Nipsey. He act like, oh, it was just a sting operation. Or, oh, the reason why they got up on us and stuff like that is because I transferred the pink slip into my name in it, and that's how the feds got us. All types of goofy stuff. Sugar plum is softer than mayonnaise. Ketchup, olive oil, cooking grease, melted ice cubes, cottage cheese. He is the weakest and the most lionest person in the world. He is like the ultimate scumbag. Sugar plum is the worst. See, and these clips is gonna talk about how he got 20-something homies caught up in the feds, fed cases and stuff, right? He tried to catch up Nipsey with a gun case. He thought Nipsey had a gun. He asked Nipsey, where your gun? And you got the thing on you, right? And he said, yeah. He leaves the bus, right? 2 minutes later, the feds hit. Go in there, gaffle up Nipsey. He go in there and be like, hey, what y'all doing? Trying to 52 fake it. But the whole time, he sent them in there to get Nipsey. But Nipsey had a gun, but it wasn't on him. See, this is the kind of thing. And so Nipsey was like, damn. How would they come in there and start asking for a gun? I never even said about a gun. This is not even my bus. Why would they come and hit this bus, gaffle me, and ask for guns? Because the prior conversation, crazy, right? For the low, 350. But at the end of the day, it's like, homies start getting caught up and acting like it, like, damn, why is Developing Options on my paperwork and stuff like that? And he's telling them, oh, because we was the first person that was on the scene that responded to it when they was picking you up. Homies was going for that until I started waking them up. Now they talking about, oh, yeah, oh, this is what he was about. Now everybody's backing away from him. But, sweetheart, is real like Bozo. He gets caught up. And then here, I'm going to show you the contract, the paperwork, his signature. He haven't left the Zimbabwe yet. He haven't left the Australia. I said I would settle for any place in Canada. You could have went to Toronto. You could have just went anywhere. You could have went to Australia. Like, you could have went to New Zealand. Or you could have went to London, Paris, anything. But you didn't. You chose not to. You still in this country. And I told you, like, bro. So this is the moment of the time where you get exposed again. Sweetie! Sweetie! It's over with. This is the time you have to really look yourself in the mirror and say, all the scumbag stuff I did is coming back on me. I am a sugar plum. I am softer than a bubble bath. I am softer than a waterbed. Old school. I am worthless. They already call me Big Useless, but I have to find a new name. Big Uterus is not doing it. So, this is the humbling experience when you do people wrong. And you want to backdoor and act like they're your little brother and all this other stuff and talking. We don't believe you. It's over with. Y'all want to act like, oh, go do something. I will. I did. I tried. I pulled up. I did all this stuff like that. They said something's wrong with me. My screws is loose. I'm crazy. Like, why he's not? I'm not. You didn't leave the country yet. Go to the hood, squabble, all that. It's different. But at the time, it's like you not really thinking because you under the situation. So sugar plum is no good. Marshmallow. Like, he is cookie dough that's been sitting out for 36 hours. Pillsbury biscuits that's unraveled that haven't.
Damn. Luce Cannon go off on his homie like that? They supposed to be homies, right? They supposed to be rocking the same, same flag and all that, right? Man, I tried to tell you, boy, it's a dirty game, man. Evidently, Big U got some enemies within his circle, bro. But the thing about it, Luce Cannon is one of the ones they picked up too. Maybe he tried to disassociate himself with him a little too late. The people was already on him. Maybe his hands are already dirty. We don't know. But I can tell you this right here, man. You don't want them people knocking at your door, talking about they got a warrant for you. You got to go down here and see the magistrate. No, you don't even want that type of action, man. Believe that. Shit. Let's see what else going on.
See a lot of people saying that 22 is the reason why Brick got caught up. Out of here. 22, you know what I do. I put people in position, put them on the podcast, give them jobs, help them make legal money. A lot of the shit that people are getting caught up for, especially with Brick, it's like, I'm not seeing anything that says anything about stuff that he's done in the last 2 years since he's been with us, right? So, end of the day, I do employ people from the streets. And I guess, people from the streets sometimes get caught up in Federal RICO indictments, whatever the this is. And all I can say is that, yes, I may crack a joke here and there. Sorry, that's just my sick sense of humor. But end of the day, that's my boy. I'm standing with him. Luce, I got love for Luce too. We're going to be documenting this whole thing, helping him along the way, whatever it is. So anybody acting like this is because of No Jumper? No, No Jumper was the antidote to this bull.
If Lil Durk goes to LA and he wants to quote unquote check in, he's going to do it with his OTF affiliate, Brick Baby, who's a part of one of the biggest situations out there, if you know what I'm talking about. We've seen Quando Rondo come out publicly and say that he reached out to Big U. When a lot of stuff was going on. So if he's going to go to LA, who he's going to tap in with. So y'all see where the situation is getting tricky right now. This is the bottom line. If you go to LA and you tap in with somebody you're not already cool with, that's extortion, bro. You feel me? When I heard that this sweep/RICO went down while everybody else was focused on Wack 100, I'm thinking this got everything to do with Lil Durk. You feel me? Because this is a case that started in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? The hitters came from the rack and they checked in with whoever they checked in with out in LA. You know what I'm saying? And I'm guessing You know, this is all alleged that, you know what I'm saying? When these certain factions was checking in, that the people that they was checking in with was the same people, and they ain't even know it.
Damn, there's a lot of speculation going on out there, man. They got Brick Baby name all up in it, you know. Oh man, that thing don't look good, man. It's just too many people that have been on the internet just giving up free information, and them feds been watching the whole time. Somebody they watching, collecting information, talking to people out there in the streets, man. These people investigate. They not in no rush. And maybe what they saying, dude, the way Luce Cannon saying, he's saying like Big U been working, but we don't know. This just what his homie saying. But I can tell you this here, bro. I hope y'all learn from these guys' mistakes, so you don't have to make the same mistake. You know, this for this younger generation, this younger crew coming along behind these guys here. Y'all don't make the same mistakes, man. Get out the game while you can, you know. Make it happen or you cap it.